When a relationship ends, the silence can feel unbearable. The empty space left behind often drives people to seek comfort in someone new. This is what we call a rebound relationship. On the surface, it looks like a quick fix, a distraction, a way to escape the pain. But beneath that temporary relief lies hidden costs that can hurt you more than the breakup itself. In this video, we'll break down why rebounds often backfire, the psychology behind them, and how to avoid falling into this common trap. By the end, you'll see why patience and true healing will give you far more than a quick replacement ever could. After a breakup, your brain craves familiarity. You miss the routine, the texts, the comfort, the physical closeness. A rebound offers a shortcut. Instead of sitting in the discomfort, you try to replicate the connection with someone new. It feels like progress, like proof that you've moved on. The temptation is real because your emotions are in survival mode. Your self-worth feels shaken, and having someone new pay attention to you feels like validation. It's a way to tell yourself, see, I'm still desirable. I'm not broken. And in that moment, it feels good. Almost like a hit of dopamine soothing the ache of rejection. But here's the trap. Rebounds don't heal your pain. They just mute it. You're not creating something new. You're patching a hole. That urgency to fill the gap isn't about love. It's about avoiding pain. And avoidance never leads to healing. When you jump straight into a new relationship, your mind is still entangled with your ex. Psychologists call this emotional carryover. You compare the new person to your ex, consciously or not. You project old wounds, old fears, and old expectations onto them. This isn't fair to you or to the other person. Imagine trying to start a new book while you're still obsessed with how the last one ended. You flip the pages, but your mind drifts back to the old story. That's what happens in a rebound. The new person never gets the chance to be fully themselves because your ex's shadow lingers. And here's the harsh truth. Rebounds aren't about the new partner at all. They're about you running from loneliness. They're about you rushing into something not because you're ready, but because you're afraid of sitting still. And what begins from fear usually ends in disappointment. A rebound can feel like medicine. You laugh again, you flirt again, you feel wanted. But it's not healing, it's numbing. It's like pouring alcohol on a wound. For a moment, the sting fades, but the damage remains. False healing tricks you. It makes you think you've moved on because you're no longer crying yourself to sleep. It convinces you that distraction equals progress. But deep down, the old pain is still there, waiting. And when the rebound ends, as most do, that pain comes back stronger, layered with new rejection. Real healing looks different. Real healing means processing your grief, rediscovering yourself outside the relationship, and rebuilding your confidence. It's uncomfortable, slow, and sometimes messy, but it's the only path that leads to lasting freedom. Rebounds don't just stall your progress, they actively add new wounds. Here are the hidden costs most people don't see until it's too late. Delayed healing. Every rebound pushes the real grief further down the road. Instead of facing the breakup, you press snooze on your emotions, but the alarm always comes back louder. Emotional confusion. You can't tell if your feelings are genuine or just a distraction. That makes the new relationship unstable from the start. Unfair dynamics. The new person often ends up as a placeholder, not a true partner. They may develop real feelings while you're still halfway out the door. Trust damage. If the rebound ends badly, it can add fresh scars on top of the old ones. Now you're not only hurt from your ex, but from the rebound who feels betrayed. Loss of self. By constantly seeking validation in others, you lose the chance to rebuild your sense of worth from within. Instead of breaking the cycle, rebounds extend it. They turn one breakup into two, and sometimes that second breakup cuts even deeper. The pain of a breakup is already heavy, but rebounds often make it worse by layering guilt, confusion, and regret on top. You might wake up one day realizing you never allowed yourself to properly let go of your ex. You might feel guilty for hurting the rebound partner who was looking for something real. Or you may realize that you've wasted weeks or months in a relationship that was never built to last, only to end up right back where you started, alone, but with even more baggage. This realization hits hard. The rebound didn't heal you, it just multiplied the damage. And that's why rebounds hurt more than people expect. They don't just fail, they fail in a way that leaves deeper cracks. Here's the hardest truth. Healing feels slower than distracting yourself, but that slower path is the only one that lasts. Think of it like recovering from an injury. You can either rest and allow your body to truly heal, or you can ignore the pain and keep running on the wound. Ignoring it might let you finish a race, but in the long run, you cause far more damage. The same goes for your heart. Sitting with your pain may feel unbearable now, but it teaches you resilience. It shows you who you are without leaning on someone else to carry your weight. It forces you to find comfort in your own company. And when you do enter your next real relationship, it will come from strength, not fear. Pause before dating. Give yourself at least 30 to 60 days post-breakup before seeking someone new. Use that time to reflect, not replace. Reflect daily. Journal your emotions instead of escaping them. Let your feelings breathe instead of locking them away. Rebuild routine. Create new habits that don't revolve around your ex. Go to the gym. Pick up a new hobby. Spend time outdoors. Seek support. Lean on friends, mentors, or therapy instead of rushing into romance. Your healing shouldn't rest on someone else's shoulders. Practice self-compassion. Remind yourself that loneliness doesn't mean unworthiness. Being alone is not a flaw. It's a phase of growth. Healing isn't about speed. It's about depth. And the deeper you go in facing yourself, the freer you'll be in your next chapter. Rebound relationships promise quick relief, but deliver long-term setbacks. They numb instead of heal, confuse instead of clarify, and ultimately keep you tied to your past. If you've been tempted by a rebound or already in one, it's not too late to pause, reflect, and step back. This chapter of pain is not the end of your story. It's just the beginning of a stronger, wiser you. If this message resonated with you, take a moment to breathe before making your next move. And if you're ready for more guidance, stay with us here on Remedy. Every video is another step toward clarity, healing, and strength.